Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm back with another update to my Pando's eyeshadows project. I'd say it's a first update because I reset this project last month and I rolled in all 5 new eyeshadows to work on. And this update we have 2 pans. I wasn't anticipating to have 2 pans, but here we are. And for other ones, things are not looking great. But before we get into that, if you are new here, please consider subscribing to my channel. My name is Rafneet and I make a lot of training videos. Getting back to this project, it was started by Alexi. I will link her down below. We roll in 5 random eyeshadows to hit pan on, roll out the ones that we hit our goal, and roll in other eyeshadows in their place. I have few rolls on what I should roll in. If I roll in something that is very similar to a shade in my Pando's palettes, I will re-roll. I have a 20 use goal set up, so if I don't hit pan within 20 uses, I can roll that eyeshadow out, but I don't prefer to do that. And last year as well, I had that exception for me, but I didn't use it. So my main priority is hitting pan. That's pretty much it. So let's take a look at the very first eyeshadow we rolled in last month. Actually, before I talk about the first eyeshadow, I just want to let you know that I rolled in 3 eyeshadows from this palette. It's the Hela palette from Odin's Eye and Angelica Nyquist. And then I rolled in 1 eyeshadow from my Baby Yoda palette and another one from my Urban Decay Stoned Vibes palette. So the first eyeshadow we rolled in from this palette is called Venom. And this is how it's looking like. There is some uses on this one, not a lot. There is no prominent dip whatsoever, and I used it a total of 4 times. So yeah, not great, but that's where we are at. Let's take a look at the other 2 eyeshadows that we had in here. And the next eyeshadow we rolled in is this one called Suit. I used it 7 times and there is a tiny dip happening in here. I loved this eyeshadow. It works so great for the outer corner as a liner. It's amazing eyeshadow. I should use it more, but it also competes with the black in my Pando's palettes, and that's the reason I only have 7 uses on this one. And the third eyeshadow we have from here is this one called Fluorescence, and I used it 5 times. We have some dip happening, but that might also be because this is very malleable shade and the eyeshadow is kind of moving when I try to use it with my finger or my brush. But yeah, we have some dip, but we are nowhere near pan. This is what Venom looks like. These are so pretty. Like, I love these eyeshadows. I love the formula overall in this palette. You don't need a lot of eyeshadow to get the pigment, and for that reason I think these are gonna stay in this project for a little bit longer. These are the 3 eyeshadows from this palette, and moving on to the next 2 eyeshadows which I have pan on. Let's take a look at the eyeshadow called Just Like a Toni, and it came from my Star Wars Mandalorian the Child palette from Colourpop. I wasn't anticipating to hit pan on this because I didn't have many uses, but I started using it in my eyebrows. I would put it over a dark eyebrow pencil. I have that brown eyeliner that I'm trying to finish in my project pan, and I wear it in my eyebrows. I'm wearing that one today as well. But in this case, even though this shade is very light, I would still put it on top of my brown eyeliner because I would use more of that in order to get more pigment in my eyebrows. And that's how I got a concentrated dip. I also used it as a transition a few times. Apart from that, I wore it 2 or 3 times as a bronzer as well. It worked wonders. So let's say for days when I would wear it in my eyebrows, in my transition, and also as a bronzer, I would count it as 1 use because I'm using it in the same look. Keeping that in mind, it took me 9 uses to hit the pan, and then I used it 10th time for expanding the pan a little bit, and here we are. We have a decent pan going on. Yeah, I multitasked the hell out of this one. But that resulted in the pan, so I'm really excited about it. And also, this is not super tight packed. It's a bit powdery, that also helped. But yeah, nonetheless, we have pan on this one. This is how Just Like the Journey looks like, and we are rolling this one out. The next eyeshadow we are rolling out comes from my Urban Decay Stoned Vibes palette, And the eyeshadow we were working from this one is called Meditate. Surprisingly, it only took me 4 uses to hit pan on this thing. And also, this is the eyeshadow that is very malleable again, and it moves a lot in the pan. And this is how it's looking like today. There's the pan, the tiny one. I used it one more time to expand it, but that resulted in moving product over the pan, and that's why it's very tiny. But I will use it few more times. Hopefully I can re-expand the pan. So yeah, total 5 uses, hit pan on fourth, and fifth use kind of moved the product over this pan. Let me try to swatch it and see. Oh yeah, I mean, I tried swatching it and the pan re-expanded. So this product moves a lot. But nonetheless, we hit pan on this thing. It has pink sparkles. It doesn't look like brown shade wearing on the eyes. It's not translating that well on camera, I think. But it has pink sparkles, so whenever I put it on my lids, it gives a nice mauvey pinkish color. But it has a brown base, and that's what's kind of reflecting. This was my color story. These three are staying in, and then we are rolling 2 new eyeshadows in its place. And I did an interesting look using most of the eyeshadows in here. So I wore Suit in my outer corner, sort of liner definition way. And then on my eyelids, I wore Venom and topped it off with Fluorescence. And I think I was wearing one eyeshadow from my Baby Yoda palette. I think Precious Cargo in my inner corners. I might be wearing Just Like a Toni in my transition. I don't recall. But yeah, I really loved this look. And it is very vibrant because of the greens that we have in here. And these are really nice greens too. As of I'm filming this video, I have not calculated my panning percentage, but I will insert it here because I hit so many new pans this year too. And last year we crossed 30% mark. That means more than 30% of my eyeshadows have pan in them. And I think I have it around 34% now, if I'm not mistaken, because I'm hitting pan in my those palettes. That is also counting towards the panning percentage. And of course, these pans I hit in those eyeshadows. I also hit another pan in my Baby Yoda palette for level 1 in my project Level Up eyeshadow project pan, and that's the reason my panning percentage is rising. I have 35 eyeshadows in my Morphe 35O Supernatural Glow palette, and only eligible eyeshadows to roll in from that palette are 10, and all of them are shimmers because I'm not worrying about hitting pan in the matte ones because they are all very neutral shades, and I have those shades in my those palettes. So I have a total of 126 eligible eyeshadows to roll 2 eyeshadows from. And first 2 eyeshadows from my list, they belong to my those palettes. So that's the reason we will be rolling in from 3 to 126. 3 to 126. Let's generate the first number, 31. Okay, let me quickly see which one that is. It is again from my Baby Yoda palette. So that's the eyeshadow I was focusing on to hit pan on in my project Level Up, because I was focusing on 2 eyeshadows in that palette, whichever I would hit pan on first. So I already have a great usage on that, and I'm already using this palette. It's so weird that that palette keeps rolling in. Okay, let's get the next one. 54. How convenient. Number 54 comes from my Urban Decay Stoned Vibes palette, and it's the shade called Jade. I have both those palettes in front of me because I literally shared them with you guys. Honestly, I miss my Anastasia palettes. I wished we got something from those, but here we are. So let's take a look at what Float Your Crib looks like. That's my Baby Yoda palette, and that's the eyeshadow called Float Your Crib. We have huge dip going on in here, and I think we'll be able to hit pan on this thing by next update for sure. I love this color. It's a murky green. Ooh, so nice. That's Float Your Crib swatched, and that's how Jade looks like. It has really nice golden sparkles and muted murky green. I love these kind of shades. I can wear shades like this every day. I'm not even joking, I can. Because that's how much I love them. Let's take a closer look at Jade. It has some uses because I had this eyeshadow in my 50 Shades of Green project pan for 10 uses. For that reason, I think I'll be able to hit pan on this one pretty soon. What an exciting update. So we rolled in 2 eyeshadows and then we rolled 2 new eyeshadows from the same palettes in their places, and I think I should be able to hit pan on both of them. I will make constant effort to make more uses on these ones because these 2 eyeshadows are pretty bright. I might have to use pointed brush in order to apply these ones so that I can reach pan sooner. This was our previous color story and this is our newer one. I think it's very cohesive and I'm really excited to play with this one more. And that's all I have for today's video. Thank you so much for sticking with me until the end. I hope you have a wonderful day or night depending on when you're watching my video. I will see you in my next one. Until then, take care. Bye.